Hello everyone, this is Trudie from the Hello Child. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please send us some likes in the comment section below and some loves. Please love us, share us. Today, I've got a very special treat for you. I am talking to Michelle Rumbelow today. I promised you last week I'm going to talk to her, and here she is. And she is a nutritionist. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Trudie. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a massive pleasure. Michelle, tell us a little bit about yourself, a bit of background, who you are, what you do.
Okay, so as you rightly said, I'm a nutritionist. I'm also a clothing designer, and I'm the founder of a brand called Liviya. It's a lifestyle wellness brand, and one of the 3 divisions is what I'll be talking to you about today. It's called Liviya Nutrition and Fitness. I want to pull up a couple of pictures just to show you what I used to look like and how this lifestyle has made a difference to my life over the last 10 odd years. So there we go, healthy eating. It's all about eating healthily, 80% nutrition, 20% fitness. That is the guideline from our side as well as internationally about what we need to do to be truly healthy and live a very fulfilling lifestyle. I want to see if we can pull up a photo there of me shortly after I gave birth to my twins. I've got 3 children, so I'm a mom of 3. There you can see on the one side, September 2009. I had a huge problem. Not only did I put on a massive amount of weight during my first pregnancy as well as with the twins. I just didn't seem to be one of those people that carried anything well. And after I gave birth to the twins, I just couldn't shift that weight. It stuck around, and I decided to actually start studying nutrition because I was so desperate that nothing had worked. Before that time, I was always healthy, not skinny. I was never skinny, never as a child either, but I was okay. And I took myself on this journey. It took 7 years to study in London. This is a photo taken in London. I studied 3 separate diplomas, and eventually became internationally qualified to practice anywhere in the world. I also learned from there so many different things that I would love to share with all of you, but it's not going to be enough in a 10-minute slot today. So, Trudie, we're going to start together. I listened to what you said last week on your Facebook, and there's some wonderful things that I want to share with you today, but you and I are going to go off the air at some point and have a proper 1.5-hour consultation where I can really get to know you and get to know what you're eating at the moment and where we can help you to get onto the right path. Now, remember, we're all biochemically unique. So there's no such thing as one size fits all, and that's why you should see a nutritionist and have a proper consultation and an analysis of what you've been eating and pick up on the patterns and the things where you're going wrong and how to move forward and actually make progress to become super healthy. The photo of me during lockdown last month, there was my Labrador, and I used to run around the garden. We worked out like a 1-kilometer track, and we just kept on going and going until we ran about 4Ks a day just to help keep fit. And now it's wonderful to be able to be outside again. And also, of course, from Monday, we can exercise any time of the day. So on to the next slide. I just want to show you a little bit about what we're about. Very exciting that we are creating a wellness-based website. Where I will be talking you through different things on exactly all the practical stuff you need to know on shopping lists, what to buy, when to eat, how to prepare it. Every Wednesday, I do a Wellness Wednesday recipe through Margaret Hirsch with the Hirsch's group, and it's always something that's vegan friendly because she's a vegan and very inexpensive. One of my key things, especially during lockdown, is a lot of us have had a reduced income. So we're trying to eat healthily, but it's often very challenging on a tight budget. And when I was even studying nutrition, I found that a majority of people were saying that to be healthy, you tend to need to be wealthy as well, because the food has become an industry that's become expensive. So through my recipes, I also show you how to make healthy food on a tight budget out of everyday food and fruit and vegetables that you can get, not all this fancy stuff that is quite hard to come by. When we get to the address at the end now, you'll see the Facebook page and the Instagram page and the website. There they are. Follow us on there. In about a week or two's time, the website will actually be live, and we're going to have subscriptions to it. And there are 2 different lifestyle options. You can start as a beginner or an intermediate, because we feel that that's what we want to do in South Africa, is to get people well and fit and healthy again. I think there are plenty of professionals out there who can help you when you already reach a level of being intermediately healthy and fit, and you want to perhaps do some marathons and things like that. So Liviya is about helping everyday people to reach those goals so that we can all be healthy, build up our immune systems, stop aging so badly, and also to be super strong and feeling non-stressed and really good about ourselves and loving who we are with what we've been given. Okay, so that's enough spiel there from me. Trudie, I want to go back to, I made some notes when I saw your video that you made, and I've got my notes right here. So one of the things you were saying, there were 4 points that you really wanted to address to becoming healthy. The first one, and I love this one because obviously I went through it myself. When I was a teenager, I was always dieting. It was a thing in my household where the women were always on a diet. So why do you lose weight when you're on a diet or you're taking a diet tablet? And then you were saying that you put the weight back on plus more when you went back to eating the normal way you were. So to answer that, the answer is that when you're taking anything that you do for a period of time is going to give you results. As soon as you stop doing it, you're going to add on weight and more, because it needs to be a lifestyle change. Now, a lifestyle change is what Liviya is all about, is what I had to do. Stop yo-yo dieting and make permanent changes, make them into really good habits. When you restrict your calorie intake and you lose weight, you actually make your metabolism slow down. So when you go back to eating the way you were, you're eating, actually, your body can't process the stuff as well as it before you went on a diet. That's why you put it back on. And also remember that diet tablets can be extremely harmful to you. There's been a lot of serious harm that's been done to a lot of people, and some even died using tablets. So please be careful. Anything that you undertake, you should always be, have yourself checked with your doctor first, especially any strenuous exercise or strenuous dieting. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Now
I took diet tablets, and I was really, really sick for 6 weeks afterwards. It literally took my body 6 weeks to get back to being me. I literally looked like an alcoholic. My hands was going like this. I was trying to bake cakes at that point. I was busy with a wedding cake, and I couldn't finish it. Fani had to finish it for me because I had no control over my hands whatsoever. So that is, I'll never go that route again, ever.
Yeah, just shows. Then you were also talking about exercise. I love the way you showed you had a yoga DVD, but the motivation to actually put it in the DVD player and start it is, of course, challenging. Absolutely it is. And I tried to run when I was younger, and then I tried again when I was older, and I tried again. And I'm not a natural athlete, so I really, really struggled with it. But what I did start to do is I got up a bit earlier every morning, and I first tried 10 minutes a day to do some exercises. And eventually it became 20 minutes, and then it became a lifestyle. And now if I don't exercise, and I don't advocate an hour or 2 hours a day at all. That's not who I am. It doesn't work for me. But to have a good balance in my body of body fat versus muscle versus hydration and everything, I know that I need 20 minutes a day, and I do what I enjoy doing. It's mentally, it's beneficial, emotionally, it helps with stress, and obviously my body, I feel proud of who I am. I'm a size 10, and I wasn't that for many, many years. I've been on a size 10 for the last 4 years now. So I kind of plateaued on a 12. And then I learned that I needed to bring in exercise. And that's what was missing, was the balance. So with Liviya Nutrition and Fitness, we will give you simple exercises to do that you can do at home. And it'll start off with 10 minutes a day. And when you get comfortable that that's become a habit, you can increase it. And before you know it, you're looking forward to it, and you're really enjoying it, and it's fun, and it's a celebration of what your body can do, not a punishment for what you've eaten. If that makes sense.
That would be brilliant, because like you just said now, I've got the DVD, I've got more than one. In fact, it's the motivation to actually get out of bed and go and do it that I'm lacking.
I also find it's hard when you don't know where to start. I mean, you might have a DVD, but when it's difficult to just go, okay, I'm going to do this now. I found that it's a journey. Everything, it's a little step. It's about making progress. And don't put too much expectation on yourself. If it's something you've never done before, you can't expect to do it as well as women in the video, immediately. It's going to take time. And everything about a lifestyle is about loving yourself and being kind to yourself. So celebrate your progress. Don't be hard on yourself. You're not going to see results within a couple of weeks. It's a long-term process. Okay. You also mentioned about water and how I think you held up a cordial that you wanted to add to it to give it a bit of a better taste. I want to just warn you against that, because as much as your intentions are good, a lot of cordials and different things like that have got additives in it. My rule to my clients is always, if you can't pronounce the words on the bottle, it can't be good for you. Okay, so if you don't like the taste of water the way it is, try other things. And in this time when it's cold, a nice thing to do is to add a little bit of, I particularly love inner Palmer's spices and things because they're pretty natural. You add a little bit of stock powder to some hot water, gives it a bit of flavor, almost like a thin soup. Herbal teas are wonderful, but be careful of the sugary ones. So you get fruit teas, even though there's no sugar in it, it still can damage your teeth. Okay. So again, and still try and drink as much water as you can. One thing I love doing is putting pieces of cucumber in a jug in the fridge in water, because it also adds something else to it, which helps your body to actually absorb the water better than if it was just the water on its own. So there's ways you can flavor water. A little bit of lemon juice in warm water is a wonderful way to start the day. It detoxifies your body. You're getting the vitamin C from the lemon as well. Again, not too much lemon juice, because your teeth, if they start to feel funny, then you're actually causing a bit of damage there from the acid. But okay, that's also a couple of tips there.
Lovely. Thank you so much for that.
Right. Then you were talking about supplements. I was very intrigued when you spoke about ordering a detox, a cleanse. When you're about to start a new journey and become healthier, it really is a fantastic thing to do, to use some form of supplementation that's going to help your body to rid it of its toxins. I do a little detox eating plan as well, one that I developed because I just found that I couldn't handle those other heavy detoxes out there. I got headaches, and the withdrawal symptoms from caffeine and stuff was pretty intense, and I couldn't function when I did a detox. But if you do a mild one, so in the form of the supplement you're recommending, a Mana Cleanse, that's really going to be beneficial to you, because it's not going to give you any of those side effects. It's just going to help your colon to get rid of the toxins that are probably sitting there and causing blockages and things like that. So that type of thing is really, really good. But again, be careful. If you go to a pharmacy, there's a whole variety out there. I've had some bad reactions to some as well. You don't want to lose all the good bacteria along with the bad bacteria in your stomach. You want to be kind and gentle to yourself. So there you go.
Lovely.
Okay.
So I just quickly want to ask you then, I'm ready to start. My supplement didn't come today. Well, a box did arrive. I haven't checked if it's that yet, but it will probably arrive on Monday. Is there anything I can do until Monday to prepare myself for this journey that I'm going to go on?
Yes, so one of the biggest things is to remove temptation. I find that we're all human, and when you go through a lifestyle change, it's very important not to deprive yourself of things that you enjoy. So initially, in the first couple of days, you're going to do great, and then after a while, you're going to start thinking, oh, I miss those cakes, I miss those things that I really, really enjoyed. The way that I do the lifestyle plan is that you still incorporate the things that you like into it. But when you want to start now, it is about planning. And this is where I'd really like to help you with a menu and a shopping list. So when you go to the shop, number one, don't go there hungry, because you're going to end up buying all those things you shouldn't.
Yes, I always do that.
Number two, So make sure you've had lunch and then go shopping. And if you want to buy really healthy food that you can prepare in advance and have in the fridge, so when you feel like cheating, the food that is available to cheat on isn't there. You can only choose from healthy food, and the treats are non-existent. So rather make a special trip to say to yourself, right, on Sunday, I'm going to have dessert, and I'm going to go and get myself or make a really fantastic dessert, and I'm going to enjoy and savor every mouthful. I'm not going to sit and watch TV while I'm eating, because I want to actually give a full attention to my plate of food and to my treat and really, really enjoy it. Stay away from low fat, anything that's got artificial sweeteners and things in it. All that's going to happen is going to leave you craving more and wanting the real thing. So if you feel like eating a chocolate, have a chocolate, but try to have a small amount and not, pig out and overdo it.
Yeah, not the slab that a friend gave me last weekend, and I ate 3/4 of it and finally got a quarter. So, yeah.
Well, the key then is to go and buy the small one, so the temptation's removed to eat the whole thing.
Yes. And then one last thing I would like to ask you is, I talked about I'm going to do a cleanse before I start this journey, and me and you have talked about supplements before. Why, if I'm going to be starting to health eating, why do I still need to supplement?
That is a very, very good question, and a lot of people ask that. Unfortunately, in the day and age we live in, our food has been, so we say, tampered with. We don't have the fertile soil that possibly our grandparents had. Food is now genetically modified and grown in tunnels and mass-produced. So you get a lot of a depletion of nutrients in it, but also the toxins. Something to be very aware of is the toxins in meat that we eat. Now, free-range chicken, for instance, is often far more expensive, but I always encourage everyone to rather eat a little bit less of the meat and get a good quality, as well as to support local people. There are a lot of people out there right now, particularly in the Port Elizabeth area that I know of, that have got chickens and are selling them to earn an income. Those chickens are far healthier than buying from a mass-produced battery chicken place where they've been pumped with antibiotics and hormones to make the chickens grow faster. You're consuming that stuff that's inside that chicken. So especially for your children's sake, be aware of what you're putting in. So yes, supplements are there because we can't possibly get all the vitamins and nutrients we need from the food we eat. Having said that, your foundation is still food. You've got to eat healthily and then top it up with really good supplements. And another whole industry is based around supplements. Unfortunately, again, we get a lot of rubbish on the market. There's some stuff that you can buy that is literally expensive urine. Your body just weeds it out. It can't process it. It doesn't help you at all. You're wasting your money. You've got to do your research and make sure you buy a really good quality supplement. Rather pay a bit more for it and have less of it and know that your body is getting what it needs and is absorbing it completely. So that's my advice to you. And also when you start with a cleanse or a detox, your body takes a bit of a knock. It's a bit of a shock to your system. So making sure you top up with a good vitamin and mineral supplement is really going to be beneficial to making you feel good while you're going through the process. Okay.
Wonderful. Michelle, it was lovely to talk to you, and I am really looking forward to my private session with you where we can figure out how I can do this journey. And that's it for today. I really thank you for your time. It was lovely chatting to you. I'm sure that everyone who's going to watch this is going to have tons of questions. And guys, for those questions, I'm going to go back to this. If you have questions, this is where you can go and find the answers. Please, I am definitely not an expert on eating well and getting fit. I know about supplements, and that's about as far as my knowledge goes. If you need the nutrition guidelines, if you need the fitness guidelines, please contact Michelle. She will be able to help you, and she is not expensive. It is not going to break your bank to make use of the service that she is offering for you. So Michelle, again, thank you so much. And I loved what you said. Love yourself and be kind to yourself. So everybody out there, love yourself and be kind to yourself. Next week, I will be talking to you about the cleanse that I'm going to do and how I found it so far, where you can get it, the pricing, and all those lovely things that you will have questions on. So for now, it is goodbye.